Our story revolves around four techie college friends who develop a piece of gait recognition software, a system that can literally identify individuals by the distinctive way they move. They use this to spot and track people across town using surveillance feeds that they've hacked from the police. They call the system Artemis, the Hunter. While they're developing the system, a series of grisly and unexplained murders take place in the town, and our heroes realize that if they could identify the killer, they'd be able to bump up their asking price enormously. So this is what they do. Unfortunately, the perp is not a regular serial killer. It turns out to be a supernatural creature, a Bronze Age deity that lives to hunt. The creature does not take kindly to being cast in the role of prey, and proceeds to hunt our heroes down one by one in increasingly terrifying ways. My early career as an animator made me particularly aware of the way in which our movements are specific and individual to each of us. I later co-wrote and directed a motion capture movie and discovered there are systems that can quantify and analyze those movements and those characteristics. I've also always been fascinated by the voyeuristic and predatory nature of surveillance cameras and the anonymity and safety of the people behind the cameras. And so we got to thinking, what if the prey is himself a hunter and doesn't like to be followed and watched?
Haxan Films is thrilled to partner with Paradox to produce this movie. Haxan has done 5 horror movies and 2 horror television series. Paradox has done so much in the fantasy and horror genre space. We have partnered with a fantastic CG company who's really going to bring this thing to life. Our producing team together recognized the vision that Simon has for this project. In this film, we're going to have hundreds of these surveillance cameras peering into the shadows to bring you this terrifying monster. Very much like Chronicle or any of these other films that have been successful in blending kind of high concept CG with found footage. We have a unique ability here to put a lot of different elements together, whether it's the university that we're going to be filming in, which we have complete access to. There's actually 1,200 surveillance cameras in this university that the police department is allowing us to access, or the monster, or the production team. We're going to have huge amounts of production value for the budget, and ultimately we're going to have really talented young actors and a unique vision for this movie. At the end of the day, it's going to be something that takes people by surprise and is very scary.
This film is a classic be careful what you wish for story, as our heroes create a system that works beyond their wildest dreams and brings down a terrible and awful vengeance on them.